Hey guys, what's up? So happy Monday to start off with. But yeah, for today's video, it's gonna be a Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 comparison between the Super Nintendo version and the Game Boy Advance version. So this is gonna be another Michael Madness Mondays video. So I'm gonna title this Michael Madness Mondays episode 2 and the comparison between the Super Nintendo version and Game Boy Advance versions of Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, let's get into that. So for Donkey Kong Country 1, we got the bosses, and and then the Gorilla Glacier's boss for Donkey Kong Country 1 on the Super Nintendo, there was that, beaver that you had to beat. Because in the Super Nintendo version, it was much easier, but in the Game Boy Advance version, they changed it where they have like, I don't know if it's there were like these wooden icicles that were hanging down from the ceiling in the Game Boy Advance version that wasn't in the SNES version at all. And I think it was the same way for like the boss. What's that boss called? It's like that boss called Bumblebee Rumble from Donkey Kong Country 1. Oh yeah, because okay, so like in the Super Nintendo version of Donkey Kong Country 1, it was where it would just be that one bee that would turn red every time you hit it with the barrel. Yeah, it would turn red for like maybe a good 5, 10, 15 seconds in the game in the um in the Super Nintendo version. But then in the Game Boy Advance version, it would remind me of the second boss from Donkey Kong Country 2, where it was like King Zing's theme style, where basically, you hit the main bee, and it'll be like the small bees that would be kind of flying around the big bee, around the big queen bee, in Donkey Kong Country 1. So it kind of reminded me of King Zing's theme from Donkey Kong Country 2. So it was King Zing's thing. It was a different style. It was just a different style and a different format, basically. And then where the bosses, like that one boss, like I said, from World 6 had both, in the Game Boy Advance version, it had both Master Nicky Jr. and Master Nicky Sr. And I think Master Nicky Sr. was like it was the reddish orange one. And then and then it had the purple one in there too. It had both of them at the same time on the Game Boy Advance version. Whereas it was just one at a time for the Super Nintendo version. So that pretty much the key differences for Donkey Kong Country 1. Now, where Donkey Kong Country 2 is concerned, in the first boss of Donkey Kong Country 2, when you fight out the bird, like the ghost would come out, in the Game Boy Advance version. But in the Super Nintendo version, it would just, you know, the bird would just the bird would just die after you hit it the fourth time, and then that would be it. But yeah, and then there would be that boss again that was kind of like the bird from World 1, because that World 5 was called Gloomy Gold. So it was the one that was the one world you beat after you beat King Zing's thing, because that fourth world was called Crazy Kremland. And then what else was there? Yeah, so after you beat King Zing's thing from Crazy Kremland, then it'll bring you down to the Gloomy Gulch. And then when you got to Creepy Crawl Gloomy Gulch, the fight would be similar to the one from World 1, but Gloomy Gulch is World 5. So, but then you had to fight Creepy Crow basically the second, or you had to fight Crow the second time, but as a ghost. It was the ghost version of the Crow from World 1. So yeah, and then like I said, we go back to K. Rool's Keep with the monkey boss. Yeah, because the monkey boss, for Stronghold Center, that was only in the Game Boy Advance version where you had to fight out that big orange monkey. I think it was like a big orange orangutan, I guess. At least that's what it looked like. And then it was and I guess that was I'm guessing that was about it. And they added a few cutscenes in the Game Boy Advance version of Donkey Kong Country 2, which that part I won't get into because you guys will probably find that too interesting, to be honest. Oh, and then like for the boss of World 3, it was Cudgel's Contest. It kind of reminded me of that clubber guy, the one that had like the little club, in his hand. Right, right. Well, anyway, in the Game Boy Advance remake, they added like little shock waves to the Game Boy Advance version that wasn't in the Super Nintendo version of it at all. Some of the bosses did change between versions of Donkey Kong Country 2. And the music and the music did change slightly between Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 as well, so I thought that would add that in there. But yeah. So it's kind of funny when you take into account that there have been some changes between each version of each game. And now where Donkey Kong Country 3 is concerned, Donkey Kong Country 3 for the Super Nintendo had the, it had, let's see, like the music was awesome in the Super Nintendo version, but then they changed the soundtrack for the Game Boy Advance version, which I was like, this Game Boy Advance version of the soundtrack is all right, but it was kind of, it was a weird change for me because I got so used to playing the Super Nintendo version. But then I think the bosses pretty much stayed the same, but I think you did that Rocket Rush level, and I think the way that the button layout might have changed for that level, or they might have made some levels harder between versions. I can't really remember off the top of my head. It's been forever since I played Donkey Kong Country 3, at least on the Game Boy Advance version. So I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. But, overall, I mean, the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, no matter which version you play, whether you're playing the Super Nintendo version or the Game Boy Advance version, it's still going to be a fun time. But if you really want to play the true original games, you're better off playing the Super Nintendo versions over the Game Boy Advance versions. But now, if you want to be on the go a lot, then go for the Game Boy Advance versions of each game. But the music soundtracks did change very slightly between Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, but the third game had the biggest change when it comes to the music on, for the soundtrack on Donkey Kong Country 3. Because, I mean, I will admit the Donkey Kong Country 3 game, for the Super Nintendo, it sounded like much darker and much creepier compared to the Game Boy Advance version. But, I mean, I think the gameplay is pretty much the same aside from the control layout's a little bit different, But that's about all I know just from memory. Because like I said, it's been quite a few years since I played any of the original or any of the Game Boy Advance versions of Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, or 3. Because I mostly play, the Super Nintendo originals more than I do the Game Boy Advance remakes. But yeah, I guess that does it for the end of this video. And I'm sorry for the long recording there. But yeah, I'm still going to upload the video. I know this video is like almost 8 minutes long, so I'm going to end it off here. So I know it's been a little bit longer than I wanted to discuss, but I just had a lot on my mind. So yeah. But I hope you guys have a good Monday night, and I'm going to upload this for my Michael Manus Mondays episode 2. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the next big discussion video. But I mean, I'm still going to make videos for the rest of the day throughout the week. It's just these videos are going to be from Mondays only, but just a heads up. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to end up the video here, so bye. See you guys later. Peace. Bye.